The union government's plan to hold the first ever parliament session during the COVID-19 pandemic is ready, a senior leader said today. As per a media report, Deputy Leader of the Lok Sabha and Defence Minister Rajnath Singh is learned to have reached out to the senior opposition leaders, including Leader of the Opposition in the Rajya Sabha Ghulam Nabi Azad, Congress Leader in the Lok Sabha Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, and Trinamool Congress's Derek O'Brien to brief them about the plans. The plan is yet to be announced officially as some aspects are still being finalized, but to maintain social distancing norms and spread out the members of parliament in both the houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha will have separate timings. The monsoon session of parliament that usually gets underway by the third week of July was postponed because of COVID-19 and will now start on September 14 next, the report said. With nearly 3.7 million cases, India has become the world's third most affected country by the novel coronavirus pandemic after the United States and Brazil. Most of the economic activities resumed in the country under the centre's Unlock 4 guidelines, even as the COVID-19 cases mounted to nearly 3.7 million yesterday. A crucial meeting is likely to take place today to discuss reopening of metro train services and other activities permitted by the centre. Meanwhile, JEE examination commenced yesterday amid stringent precautions and social distancing measures, even as the chorus continued to grow for its postponement. In the race for an anti-coronavirus vaccine, the US said that a vaccine by AstraZeneca has reached phase 3 clinical trials in the country and hoped that it would be approved for its use. Globally, Russia has the fourth largest caseload in the world after the US, Brazil, and India. The coronavirus recovery rate in the state stands at 69.35% as of this morning. According to the State COVID-19 Command Control Room, in the past 24 hours, 127 persons, 83 males and 44 females from general population and 3 personnel from Central Armed Police Force (CAPF) were found to be COVID-19 positive in Manipur. They have been shifted to different COVID care facilities. A 55-year-old woman hailing from Thoubal district died of the disease at RIMS yesterday, taking the death toll to 29. The COVID-19 count in the state spiked to 6,382 till this morning. The number of active cases in the state now stands at 1,903, while 4,450 patients have been discharged or recovered. Deputy Commissioner of Bishnupur District Nita Arambam yesterday declared Utlo Mayai Lekai under Nambol Police Station of Bishnupur District a containment zone banning entry and exit of people, initiating active surveillance of COVID-19 cases. The announcement comes following a resident of Utlo Mayai Lekai, Bishnupur District was tested COVID-19 positive. DC Nita Arambam said violation of the containment measures is punishable under Section 188 of Indian Penal Code 1816. The Kurai Social Youth Club donated Rs 50,000 to Kurai COVID-19 Relief Fund. The financial assistance was given through local MLA El Susindro yesterday. Mention may be made that on Independence Day 2020, the Imphal East District Administration awarded the Kurai Social Youth Club for showing skill in the combat against COVID-19 pandemic. Helping the people in battling COVID-19 pandemic, WhatsApp group Agenda Kakching has started distribution of bathing soaps, mugs, etc. to the residents of Kakching District. Admin of Agenda Kakching and Chairperson of Kakching Municipal Council and Sanjit Kumar expressed on the importance of frequent hand washing with soap to protect from coronavirus. Rejecting the centre's proposal that state governments could borrow to meet the compensation deficit under the Goods and Services Tax (GST) regime, at least 4 non-BJP states have said the borrowing should be done by the centre instead. According to media reports, Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, and Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Idapati K. Palaniswamy have written to Prime Minister Narendra Modi, while Chhattisgarh Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel has written to Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. 2 days after the GST Council meeting last week, the centre had detailed 2 borrowing options proposed to states for meeting the compensation shortfall of Rs 2.35 lakh crore. Sleuths of Railway Protection Force (RPF) from the Southwestern Railway SWR zone have busted a web of illegal operators and hackers yesterday, as per a media report. These groups used Pakistani software to compromise the IRCTC Tatkal system to stealthily book reserved tickets. The arrested person provided a lead about the mastermind behind the illegal software used for booking the tickets in secrecy to charge oblivious customers up to 5 times the price of a normal railway ticket. Upon investigation, the RPF came to know that the accused had been using Pakistani software of high-level hacking caliber, employing Linux-based systems to break into the applications of ISRO, railways and other government organizations. The Mizoram government has distributed free ration to over 1.5 lakh families under the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana (PMGKY) to tackle food crisis during the coronavirus-induced lockdown, State Food, Civil Supplies and Consumer Affairs Minister K. Lalrunjana said yesterday. A media report said that replying to a question from lone BJP legislator Dr. B.D. Chakma on the first day of the 3-day assembly session, Lalrunjana said altogether 1,55,558 families of Antyodaya Anna Yojana (AAY) and Priority Households (PHH) were provided free rations under the PMGKY for 4 months from April to July. He said that the government would also distribute free rations for another 4 months from August to November. India has tightened vigilance at its border with Nepal, Bhutan following renewed tensions with China in Ladakh. According to media reports, the armed forces guiding India's borders have reportedly been asked to remain on high alert amid rising tensions along the line of actual control. Following an unsuccessful attempt by the Chinese to change the status quo, the Indian Army strengthened its presence on a number of strategic heights and enhanced deployment of troops and weapons at key points around the Pangong Lake in eastern Ladakh. China again yesterday engaged in provocative action even as their military talks were underway. The army has unearthed multiple weapon sites set up by infiltrators along the line of control (LOC) in North Kashmir's Baramulla district, as per a media report. An army spokesman said alert troops detected movement of suspicious persons along the LOC control in Rampur sector on August 30 last. The movement was from a village close to the LOC and the suspects crossed into Indian territory, the spokesman said. The army said a huge cache of arms and ammunition was recovered from 2 well-concealed hideouts in the Rampur sector of Uri area of Baramulla after an extensive search for 7 hours. The cache comprises 5 AK series rifles along with 6 magazines and 2 sealed boxes with 1,254 rounds, 6 pistols, 21 grenades, 2 underbarrel grenade launchers, UBGL grenades, and 2 Kenwood radio sets with 1 antenna, the army said. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention (CDC) has reported 60,04,443 cases of the coronavirus, an increase of 32,087 from its previous count, and said that the number of deaths had risen by 428 to 1,83,050. The CDC figures do not necessarily reflect cases reported by individual states. The United States, the world's top economy, suffered a 9.5% slump in the second quarter following a 1.3% drop in the first, according to figures published by the OECD. The US has reported the highest COVID-19 death toll with more than 180,000 fatalities.